Now, I know that everyone is just like me in the FM community, and we want to find hidden gems that are either going to turn into absolute world beaters or at least turn into league winners for us. Today, I have a top 10 list for you guys for the top 10 hidden gems within FM23, and I also throw in one extra just because why not? So if you guys happen to enjoy today's video, please feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is 100% free, so why not hit that sub button? Also, if you guys wish to join my Discord community, I will be linking that down below as well. Have a lot of fun in there. There's a ton of databases and downloads, tactics, whatever you could possibly need is in there. So feel free to join that. Once again, link will be down in the description. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So starting off with the honorable mention, the reason why this player is at the honorable mention spot is strictly due to his price tag, or else he'd be much higher up on the list. And that player is Heorhii Sudakov. He is a young Ukrainian player, 19 years of age, that plays for Shakhtar Donetsk. And I believe that in reality, Sudakov is going to be the next young Ukrainian to get a big time move like Mikhailo Mudryk to Chelsea. I don't think the price will be anywhere near what Chelsea ended up paying for him, but this kid is definitely something special. Looking at the positions that he can play central midfield, he can play as a number 10, or he can play out on the left wing. I mean, technically speaking, he is very, very solid already at 19 years of age. He has some pretty good mental stats as well, with that teamwork and vision looking very nice. And physically, he is pretty well rounded there as well. And what is great, the kid is good with both feet. Strong on the left foot, very strong on the right foot. So this kid gets that honorable mention spot. Heorhii Sudakov, definitely try and pick him up if you have the money. So coming in at the number 10 spot is Mr. Charlie Patino. Now, he starts off on loan at Blackpool, but he plays for Arsenal, more so their youth sides right now. He's not in anywhere near the starting 11, but I have a feeling that this kid will be fairly soon, because this kid could turn into an absolute baller. And what is amazing is that you can pick this kid up on a free within the first 2 seasons. He is absolutely incredible, very well rounded. I mean, he can play that central midfield spot or defensive midfield. Now, technically speaking, very good playmaker, very good playmaker. He's got a great first touch, great dribbling, passing, technique, teamwork at 15, vision at 14 under those mentals. He has 15 composure for just 18 years of age, so this kid is an absolute baller. Physically speaking, very well rounded once again. And yes, he can definitely improve in the strength because he's 6 foot, 163 pounds with only 8 strength. So he can definitely improve there, but that can easily be fixed. I don't think that it'll get to an exorbitant amount of strength, but can definitely help his game a little bit. He also comes deep to get the ball and dictates tempo. So as an 18-year-old, he is a very, very good signing already. Now, being that he is English and is at a top club, you will have to pay a big time tax because of that. So he is valued between 29 million pounds, 42 million pounds. So picking him up on the free is definitely the better bet, because this dude could probably slot into any Premier League side once he hits his top potential ability, for sure. Next, we're heading off to one of my favorite leagues and one of my favorite wonder kids, Tobias Gulliksen. Tobias Gulliksen is absolutely phenomenal. Can turn into an incredible player. Can play left attacking mid, left midfield. He can play the number 10 role or center mid. Now, you can pick him up between 300k to 2.6 million. You can obviously get it cheaper if you do installments. But he is already wanted off the rip in a majority of saves by clubs like AC Milan, Inter Milan, Juve, and Porto. And a majority of the time, they do try and pick him up. He is not as good attribute-wise as a Charlie Patino or a Sudakov, but this kid gets very, very good. Now, looking at the current ability, potential ability, it may not seem like that, but I currently have it loaded up as Liverpool, so it's comparing to all the players that are currently at Liverpool. So you will see that current ability and potential ability lower for some of these guys, because the majority of the time at the clubs that we do end up managing at, he will probably be a 4-star minimum for potential ability. But looking at his technicals, very, very solid so far. at 18 years of age. His mentals very well rounded, and physicals getting there as well. He's good with both feet. Also tries killer balls often, so playing a deep line playmaker role, he would be an absolute baller, and he likes to play 1-2s as well. So definitely feel free to give this kid a go. He's an absolute baller, very, very good. I pick him up in a majority of my saves. I am now sharing my workspace. Next up, we have a player by the name of Zeno Debast, one of the two. I found him last year, actually, when I was managing in Belgium and signed him. He was very good last year. He's even better this year because FM Turnout, they really highly rate the kid. He is a very, very solid young 18-year-old center back that, honestly, if he isn't going to a side like a Liverpool, he could probably be a squad player for most championship level sides, I think. He is very, very good, very well-rounded. Already at 18, he has the makings of an amazing ball-playing defender. 14 marking, 15 passing, 12 tackling, 13 technique. He's got 12 vision. I mean, the kid's going to be an absolute beast because he's only 18 years of age. He starts off at Anderlecht, so if he isn't there, obviously he has been purchased by someone else. But you can pick him up anywhere between £12.5 million and £18.5 million. But if you use installments, you can obviously get him cheaper, try and work out a deal that way. Once again, he is a player that definitely needs to improve his strength, but being that he's 18 years of age, that will definitely happen throughout his career. He is 6'3" as well, is reasonable on his left foot, very strong right foot. So he is definitely going to be a mainstay in the next era of the Belgian national team. He is going to be very, very good. From one center back to another, we are now off to the third tier in Germany at 1860 Munich. We have Leandro Morgala. Now, I have signed this kid recently in a rebuild, and this kid is absolutely incredible. His base attributes, when he starts off, very solid, nothing like over the moon, right? His physicals, I think it was 3-4 years on, were almost all green. The kid is an absolute machine. He develops crazy, crazy good. Like I said, we're at Liverpool, so his potential ability and current ability will be down. But at a team like West Ham, he was an amazing squad player and ended up getting a move to Bayern Munich. This kid can become the real deal. He's only 17 years of age, so he will reach his top level ability if you are training him right, if you are playing him enough. And I mean, for a price of 1.4 to 2.7, which you can obviously get him for cheaper earlier on in your saves, definitely bring in Mr. Leandro Morgala. This is the definition of a hidden gem. Now on to number 6, and another player that I rate pretty highly because I had him and Zeno Debast actually in the same team last year, Mr. Elye Wahi from Montpellier in France. This kid is an absolute beast. Last year he was much cheaper, but FM now realized his potential and his value has absolutely skyrocketed. Now he has the Holy Trinity already: 13 dribbling, 14 finishing, 13 first touch. It will get better as well. He is only 19 years of age. He is pacey, which this is the first player that we've seen with pace. He's decent off the ball, has some decent composure and concentration, decision making already. So for a young striker to have that, I mean, this dude can become not only a world beater for you, but a league winner for you. So Elye Wahi, definitely a player to take a flyer on and bring into your club, especially if you are a newly promoted club to whichever top division. And if you can afford this kid, definitely go for him. Now, his value is at 18 million pounds to 27 million pounds. That is quite expensive, but I definitely feel that this kid is 100% worth that price. So next up, we have a player that I think is going to be increasingly popular being signed, Liel Abada from Celtic. The young 20-year-old Israeli, very, very solid. Can play striker, right wing, left wing, whatever you want him to do in that front three, he will do a job for you, because looking at his player traits, tries tricks, cuts inside from both wings, hugs line, likes to beat opponent repeatedly, runs with ball often. Those are fantastic traits for a winger, even for a striker. Just the hugs line, cuts inside from both wings doesn't really help him there. But if you want to play him to his best ability, I would either play him on the left probably on the left wing as an inside forward or inverted winger, because technically speaking, he has early stages of the Holy Trinity with 13 dribbling, 13 finishing, 12 first touch. Mentally speaking, very smart player. He's gonna get even better. And then physically speaking, very well-rounded there as well, and he's got some pace to him. He has some strength, even though he's only 5'7", so he will probably get bullied off the ball due to his height. But with his all-around play, this kid can be an absolute beast. The only thing that I think will deter people from signing him is his value of 21 million pounds to 25 million pounds, because he definitely needs to improve a little before he's playing at a side like a Liverpool or a Man City. But if you are once again a championship level side, sign this kid up yesterday. Coming in at number 4, we have Mr. Vitor Roque. Now, this young 17-year-old Brazilian is, I think, kind of taking a back seat to Endrick. But now that Endrick is no longer going to be able to be signed come the winter update, Vitor Roque, I think, is going to become one of those top 3 wonder kids to sign. He is a hidden gem, because if you do not have the Brazilian leagues loaded, you most likely will not be able to sign him. But all around already, tactically speaking, very well-rounded. Mentally, very well-rounded. Physically, very well-rounded. He doesn't have any player traits to help, push him to that next level yet. But he can play on either wing or as an out-and-out striker, which is most likely where I would play him. 5'8". He is very, very well-rounded, very high potential ability as well. So if you can snap this kid up for less than his 11.5 to 14 million pound value, absolute steal. Now we are on to one of my favorite hidden gems, and he used to be a big-time hidden gem because he was at Racing de Santander in the lower divisions of Spain, but he now finds himself at Barcelona because they realize how good this kid can potentially be. He can play as a number 10, he can play on the left wing, or he can play center mid. He already is an absolutely phenomenal playmaker. 15 first touch, 16 passing, 16 technique, 16 vision. His off the ball is going to get up there as well. He has 16 flair, 13 dribbling, likes moving in channels, tries killer balls often, plays 1-2s, tries tricks. This kid is everything you want in a playmaker. This is the type of player you can build a team around, Mr. Pablo Torre. Getting him for 15 million to 18.5 million pounds, I think, is an absolute bargain for what this kid becomes. Like I said earlier, the potential ability is lowered because we are at Liverpool, but even if he were to hit that 3.5 star ability at Liverpool, he would be absolutely unreal. This kid, I wanted to put him at number 1 or even number 2, but I can't because of how good the 2 players are that are at those spots. And just looking on paper at Pablo Torre, this kid's an absolute worldie. So let's get on to number 2. Coming in at number 2 is Mr. Yunus Musah. Yunus Musah you will find at Valencia. He's not so hidden because of the club he is at, but what is hidden about him is how freaking well-rounded and good he is. The lowest attribute he has, the lowest one, is his long throws, and it's at 8. Everything else is 10 or above. That is absolutely incredible. And what is even better, he can not only play center mid, he can play defensive mid, on the left wing, the right wing, number 10. He can do whatever you need him to do. He can play any role you need him to play. This kid is absolutely amazing. And for 7.6 million to 9 million pounds, this kid is an absolute no-brainer buy hidden gem. And like I said, yes, he isn't very hidden because of the club he's at. He also plays for the U.S. national team, and I'm sure all of us saw how good he was at the World Cup. He was very important for us with the U.S. men's national team. But I mean, looking at his attribute layout, this kid is absolutely incredible, and it is a no-brainer to try and pick him up. No matter what side you are, if you're a Man City, if you are a Norwich City, pick this kid up because he will be life-changing for you once he hits his max potential ability, which I'm pretty sure it fluctuates because he is not a 3-star potential ability player. He is much better than that. So this kid will get very, very good. Definitely pick up Mr. Yunus Musah. And coming in at number 1 for the Hidden Gems, everyone is starting to realize who this kid is. Mr. Arda Guler, the 17-year-old Turkish wonder kid from Fenerbahce. He actually took over Mesut Ozil's job in reality at just 17. He is absolutely incredible attribute-wise on paper, absolutely incredible in real life at such a young age. And honestly, in my opinion, I feel that from the get-go, this kid was the number 1 wonder kid within FM. Obviously, FM feels differently, and Endrick is, but now that Endrick will no longer be able to be signed for the first 3 years, Arda Guler is definitely going to be that must-have Hidden Gem Wonder Kid for the future of FM23. I mean, for the future going forward until he gets a big-time move elsewhere in reality. Because, I mean, looking at his attributes, technically speaking, he is absolutely phenomenal. Like, he is up there with Pablo Torre. Mentally, great as well. Could he improve his work rate? Yes. Decisions and concentration, they will also improve. Physically speaking, not the fastest of players. So his physical attributes, that's definitely like the biggest area he needs to improve in, which he will, being that he is only 17 years of age. But 8.6 million to 10.5 million for a player that I know for a fact his value will be over 120 million pounds in the future. This is a no-brain hidden gem buy. You will 100% need the Turkish leagues loaded to be able to sign him, because I used to not have them loaded and he was not showing up for me. So you will need to have the Turkish leagues loaded to find Arda Guler. Player traits, argues with officials, who doesn't at this day and age, comes deep to get ball, dictates tempo, arrives late in opponent's area. He is a great attacking midfielder, absolutely phenomenal. He can play as a striker, play on the right wing, play center midfield. He'll do whatever job you need done and do it at a very, very high rate. So definitely bring in Arda Guler. He is the number 1 hidden gem that I have for you guys. And after covering Arda Guler, that is this top 10 wrapped up. I hope you guys enjoyed the top 10 hidden gems. Some of them are definitely more hidden than others, but all of them are going to bring incredible value to your side, whether it is within their play or you sell them on in the future and get big time value back for them in the future with future sales. But if you guys happen to enjoy it, please feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys have signed any of these kids and how they have gotten on with in-year saves, and if there are any other hidden gems that I should take a look at and put in some future videos. But until next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.